Hi, good morning, students. Welcome back to the class. I think in the earlier class we have started the second chapter, right? In that we have seen fats and carbohydrates. In carbohydrates, we find sugar and starch, how the sugar test is done, how starch test is done, and then what is the significance of carbohydrates. Then coming to fats, what are the significance of fats, right? We have seen that. And how to test whether the fat is present in the given sample of food or not. I think I told you to do this homework. And even I had given one word called obesity. Define obesity. I want you all to get that work done, right? Keep reading textbook, first thing. So today we'll be starting with the third main nutrient called proteins. Third main nutrient called proteins. These help in building our body. These help in building new cells in our body. That is why these are called bodybuilding. Bodybuilding foods. Because carbohydrates and fats, they were known as energy giving foods, whereas these proteins are called bodybuilding foods. Is this clear? Okay. With the food items which contains proteins in it, the food items which contain proteins in it are said to be bodybuilding foods, right? So what is this proteins doing in our body? It is regulating our body function and it protects our body from the infections. So first what it is doing? It is regulating the functions of body. It helps in regulating the functions of the body and also it protects our body from infections. So is this clear? So earlier I said it helps in building new cells. New cells. So this helps in building new cells in the body and also it repairs worn out cells. So proteins are known to be bodybuilding foods. The food which contains proteins in it are said to be bodybuilding foods. What this protein is doing, it is regulating the function of the body. Then it is protecting our body from the infection and then it helps in building new cells in the body and also repairs the worn out cells, wear and tear. Due to too much of use, there will be wear and tear of the cells. That is also done, repaired by these proteins. Then, how we are going to get proteins? It is on the basis from where we get proteins. One is animal proteins and the other one is plant proteins. So the proteins that are obtained from animals are said to be animal proteins and proteins which are obtained from plant products are said to be plant proteins. Is this clear? The proteins that you are going to get from the animal products are said to be animal proteins and the proteins that we get from the plant products are said to be plant proteins. What are the examples of animal proteins? For example, fish, meat, then egg and milk. Fish, it is an animal. we consider it. Then meat is also obtained from animals. Egg is also obtained from animal. Then milk is also obtained from animal. As these all products are obtained from animal, that is why we term them as animal proteins. The proteins we get from animals are said to be animal proteins. Then coming to this plant proteins, soya bean, pulses, gram, cashews. As all these examples, once you read all these examples, you will get that they all are obtained from plant. That is why these are known as plant proteins. I think about proteins it is clear. Proteins, the food which are having proteins in it are said to be bodybuilding foods. Then what these proteins are doing? It is regulating the functions of body, right? And then it protects our body from infections. Then helps in building new cells and repairs worn out cells. Then from the sources from where we get the proteins, it is classified into two types. One is animal protein and the second one is plant protein. So whatever the proteins that we are obtaining it from the animals or animal products, they are said to be animal proteins. And the proteins that we obtain from plant products are said to be plant proteins. Is this clear everyone? Alright. We'll be saying how to test whether the protein is present in the given food or not, right? We have seen how to test the presence of starch in the given sample, sugar in the given sample, and next fat in the given sample. So now we'll be saying how to test whether the presence of proteins is there in the given food or not. First, what we have to do, we have to take food sample in a test tube. We have to take in a test tube, right? After taking it in a test tube, what we have to do? We have to crush it and we should add some water. Once food is taken, we have to crush it, add water to it, and we have to shake that in the test tube, right? Test tube is an instrument, okay? It will be of glass. Then after adding water, crushing and adding water and shaking well, we have to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. What we have to do? We have to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. After adding 2 drops of copper sulfate solution, again we have to add 10 drops of sodium hydroxide. 10 drops of sodium hydroxide or caustic soda solution to the test tube. So what we did, first we took the food sample, then we crushed it and we added water to it, then we shaked that test tube. After shaking the test tube, once water is mixed, what we did, we added 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. So after adding 2 drops of copper sulfate solution, again we have added 10 drops of sodium hydroxide or caustic soda solution to it. So once this 10 drops of caustic soda or 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution is added, what we are doing? We have to shake the test tube again. Again that test tube has to be shaken. After certain time, after shaking that for a certain time, the color of the changes to purple or violet. The food, whatever is there in the test tube, it turns to purple or violet in color. If it changes to purple or violet in color, it confirms that protein is present in the given food sample. Is this clear? So how to test for proteins? First one, take food sample in a test tube, crush it, right? Crush it and then add some water to it and then shake it. So food sample is taken, it is crushed and water is added to it and it is put in a test tube and the test tube is shaken. Once that shaking of test tube is done, what we are doing? We are adding 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. So 2 drops of copper sulfate solution is added to the test tube or to the sample in that test tube. After adding 2 drops of copper sulfate solution, again we have to add 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution or 10 drops of caustic soda solution. So whether whichever is possible, you can add it. Either you can add 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution or 10 drops of caustic soda solution to that test tube. After adding this, we have to shake it well. So once shaking is done, the food sample turns its color into purple or it may change to violet. If any of the two colors, any of these two, purple or violet, if any of the two colors is seen in the test tube, then we say that protein is present in that. This confirms that protein is present in the test tube. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Next one is vitamins. Fourth main nutrient is vitamins. Alright. What these vitamins are doing by being in our body? It is protecting us. It is protecting us from diseases. It is protecting us from diseases. So diseases are protected by vitamins in the body. The next, what these vitamins are doing apart from protecting our body from diseases, it is helping. It is helping for what? To our bones, teeth, gums and eyes. Bones, you all know that. Teeth, right? Everyone knows teeth. Then what is this gums? Gums is not the one which you paste. The gum is which will be in the teeth, inside the teeth. Like these teeth are pasted in the gum, in the inside of the mouth, right? And eyes. It is helping to keep our bones, teeth, gums and eyes healthy. So what they are doing? These vitamins are helping to keep our bones, teeth, gums and eyes healthy, right? The food which contained proteins in it, we call them as bodybuilding foods, right? Then the food which is containing vitamins in it, what do you call it? We call it as protective food. So vitamins, food containing vitamins, food which is having vitamins in it are said to be protective food. Is this clear? Carbohydrates and fats were energy giving foods. Proteins, it was bodybuilding food. And this vitamins, it is called as protective foods. Why it is called protective food? Because it is protecting us from the diseases and it is helping our bones, teeth, gums and eyes to be healthy, right? That is why food containing vitamins in it are said to be what? Protective foods. These vitamins are required. Vitamins are required in small quantities. These vitamins are required in small quantities and it helps in proper functioning of the body. It looks after proper functioning of body. Is this clear? Vitamins, it helps in keeping our bones, teeth, gums and eyes healthy. Then it protects us from diseases and food containing vitamins are said to be protective food. Vitamins are required in smaller quantities to our body and these vitamins are looking after the proper functioning of our body. We have seen types of vitamins. Types of vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and then vitamin K. I think everyone knows there are types of vitamins: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Now, what we'll be doing? We'll be seeing what these vitamins are doing to our body. We have vitamins which helps in fat soluble and also water soluble. Fat soluble vitamins means the vitamins which are helping the fat to dissolve, to get solved, right? So fat soluble vitamins, the vitamins which are helping the fats to dissolve in, right? So which are those? They are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin A, and then vitamin K. So out of six vitamins, we have four vitamins which helps in fat soluble. They are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Right? Then remaining vitamin B and C. Vitamin B and C. These are helping for water soluble vitamins. Means these are also getting the water to soluble inside. The water has to dissolve inside. Right? So fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. Out of those six, vitamin A, D, E, and K are fat soluble vitamins. Vitamin B and C are for water soluble vitamins. I think in textbook they are given chart. So the chart is about sources and functions of some vitamins. So where are we going to get this vitamin A? We get them from carrots, papaya, fish, oil, and mango. That's it. So vitamin A, we are going to get this from carrots, papaya, fish, and oil. Right? Then what is the use? What is the function of vitamin A in our body? We have obtained it from carrots or from papaya or from fish or from oil. But after obtaining vitamin A, what it is doing? It is keeping our eyes and skin healthy. So if eyes and skin has to be healthy, then what we have to consume? We have to consume vitamin A. Where do we get those vitamin A? We get it from carrots, papaya, fish, and oil. Next one is vitamin B. Next one is vitamin B. If we want to obtain vitamin B, what we have to do? We have to take whole cereals, egg, meat, and milk. So cereals, egg, meat, and milk, it will be containing vitamin B in it. So what is the use of taking vitamin B? It helps in proper functioning of nerves, muscles, and digestive system. So if our nerves, muscles, and digestive system has to function properly, then we have to take vitamin B. Then what about vitamin C? It is about citrus fruits. Citrus fruits means the fruits which are having acids in it. In acids, there are strong acid and weak acid. You will be learning it in class 9, I think. 8 or 9, you will be learning it in high classes. Citrus fruits means like lemon, orange, right? So they will be containing citrus fruits in it. Which one? Vitamin C is found in citrus fruits. Then what is the use of that vitamin C? It is making our teeth and gums to be healthier. So if our teeth and gum has to be healthy, then we have to intake vitamin C. Right? The next, coming to vitamin D. Where do you find this vitamin D? We find it in paneer, fish, liver oil, egg yolk. the yellow color which is found in the egg, that is egg yolk, and then sunlight. Even if you stand in sunlight, you are going to get vitamin D from it. So fish, liver, oil, egg, milk, and if you stand even in sunlight, you are going to get vitamin D. Then what is the use of this vitamin D to our body? It is making our bones and teeth stronger. If our bones has to be strong, if our teeth has to be strong, then what we have to do? We have to consume the food items which are having vitamin D in it. So which are those food items having vitamin D in it? It is paneer, fish, liver, oil, egg yolk and sunlight. The next one is vitamin E. Where do we get this vitamin E? We get this vitamin E from egg, pear and nuts. So these are the food items which are having vitamin E in it. That is pear, egg and nuts. Pear is also a fruit, right? Then what this vitamin E is doing to our body? It is making our skin to be healthy. So this vitamin E, what it is doing? It is keeping our skin healthy. Then last one, that is vitamin K. Where do we get this vitamin K? We get this from spinach, cabbage and cauliflower. So this is spinach, cabbage and cauliflower are having vitamin K in it. So what is the use of this vitamin K? It is helping our body to clot the blood. What is this clotting of blood? Once if any injury is done, there will be blood which comes out from the skin. So to stop that, the blood has to clot there only. Then only the blood flow will be stopped. If that clotting of blood is not done, the blood keeps flowing out regularly. So that may cause you danger to your health. So this vitamin K, what it is doing? It is helping for clotting of blood in our body. So these were the vitamins. And where do we get these vitamins? That is sources of vitamins, from which all kinds of foods we get these vitamins. And what are the uses of these respective vitamins? We have seen it, right? So vitamins, sources, from where do we get, and what is the function of these vitamins to our body. Okay, next is how to find that the given sample of a food is having vitamin C in it. So to test the vitamin C, whether it is present or not. So first what we have to do? We have to take food sample, right? That food sample has to be made into paste one, right? It has to be made paste like, and that food has to contain starch in it. That is, make a paste of any food containing starch in it. So whichever food is having starch in it, we have to make paste of it. After making it paste, we have to boil it. We have to boil it and then add few drops of iodine solution to it. So once that paste is done, we have to boil it. Once boiling is done, what we have to do? We have to add iodine solution to it. Once the iodine solution is added to it, it turns into blue-black color. So after boiling and adding iodine solution, it is turning into blue-black color. After that, what we have to do? We have to add few drops of lemon juice to that sample. So after adding lemon juice to that sample, what happens? That blue color gets disappeared. It gets vanished, right? Boiling and then what doing? After boiling, we have to add few drops of iodine solution. Once the iodine solution is added, it turns into blue-black color. So once it turns into blue-black color, we have to squeeze the lemon. Few drops of that lemon has to be into this blue-black color. So after adding those few drops of lemon juice, what it does? That blue color is going to disappear. So once that blue color disappears, it shows that lemon juice is having vitamin C in it. Is this clear? So how to test the presence of vitamin C in the given food sample? What we have to do? We have to make a paste. That paste has to be of what? It has to be of any food, but that food has to have starch in it. So whichever the food is having starch in it, that food's paste has to be done. After paste is made, we have to boil it and then add few drops of iodine solution. So after boiling and after adding iodine solution, it is turning into blue-black color. Once it turns to blue-black color, we have to add lemon juice to it. So once the lemon juice is added, that blue color is getting disappeared. Then it shows that lemon juice is having vitamin C in it. Is this clear? The next fifth main nutrient is minerals. It is minerals. Like vitamins. Even these minerals are required in small quantities. Like vitamins, these minerals are also required in small quantities, but these are essential. These are essential for proper functioning of the body. If the body has to proper functionally, we should have minerals even, right? Minerals may be only in small quantities, but its functioning is very important. Food items which are having minerals in it are also called protective foods. In the earlier part about vitamins, we have seen vitamins were also called as protective foods because it is protecting us to keep our bones, teeth, gums, eyes and healthy, right? Similarly, minerals are also called protective foods. Then what it is protecting? We'll see it. We have a few minerals like iron, calcium, phosphorus and iodine. So these are the minerals which are found. And where we are going to get this iron from the food? It is like spinach, legumes, jaggery, liver and banana. These are the food items which are having iron content in it. So once we get that iron, once we obtain that iron from this food, what it is doing? It is helping in our body for the formation of hemoglobin. I think everyone knows about hemoglobin, right? It is responsible for transporting of oxygen in the blood. By hemoglobin, what it is doing? It is transporting oxygen in our blood, right? Which we consume, which we inhale the air. In that, oxygen is taken and moved to all parts of the body with the help of hemoglobin. So, if we contain foods which are having iron content in it, it is helping for our body to form hemoglobin. Then what about calcium? We get calcium mineral from egg, milk, cheese and meat. So egg, milk, cheese and meat, what it is giving us? It is giving us calcium mineral. So what that calcium is doing? It is keeping our bones and teeth, right? It is essential for our bones and teeth. Then what about phosphorus? We get phosphorus from cheese, milk, nuts and ragi. So as we obtain phosphorus from cheese, nuts, milk and ragi, what it is doing? That phosphorus is making our bones and teeth to be stronger. If our bones and teeth has to be stronger, then what we have to take? We have to take phosphorus mineral. Where do we get this? We get it from cheese, milk, nuts and ragi. Then last one, we have iodine. Iodine is obtained from iodized salt, fish or seafood. Seafood, I think everyone knows seafood. So the food that we are going to get from the sea, like fish, right, prawn and all. So the food that we get iodine is from iodized salt, fish and seafood. What this iodine is doing? It is preventing to get a disease from goitre. So what is this goitre? It is a disease which is obtained due to deficiency of iodine. If there is less iodine content in our body, then this goitre disease is going to occur. So to prevent that disease, what we have to do? We have to take iodine. Apart from that, what it is doing? It is keeping our body healthy. So minerals iron, calcium, phosphorus and iodine. Where we all are going to get iron, calcium, phosphorus and iodine is from the sources of food which are given, right? And what those minerals are doing, it is also given. So functions, the sources of these minerals. I think it's clear, right? So what you have to do is, you have to read textbook. First, read the textbook, right? If there are any doubts, call to the school number and ask for your science teacher. I will be there and we'll solve it, right? So today's homework. So you have to make the list. List of what? Vitamins, its sources and functions. And second list is about minerals, its sources and its functions. So this will be the homework for today. Is this clear? Keep reading textbook and do the given homework. Alright? So see you in the next class. Be home. Stay safe. Thank you.